First time you've seen that, you say?
I've seen it on a very sort of bad kind of copy, but yeah, no, I love that scene actually.
Yeah.
It's a great scene.
Well, I mean, it's
because it's a tram.
Yes. What's lovely about it is that it is this mix. It sort of breaks the niches, the genres, because it's a dramedy.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what Neil Forsyth, the writer, set out to do that 4 or 5 years ago when he first kind of approached me with it. He was kind of bemoaning the lack of humour in our drama, really. He said, you're lucky if you get a couple of laughs over the course of 3-4 hours. And I think that's, you know, knowing my work, well, I worked with him on Eric Ernie and Me, and the stuff I'd done in Catastrophe and things like that. I think he saw that, you know, there was the possibility to carry both at the same time, you know, and you know, I think we achieved it.
Well, you do, and it reflects real life, because even when we're in the most dramatic of situations, we tend to...
You rely on humour.
You rely on humour to get through it.
It gets you out of things.
This is the third and final series, so there's a bit of sort of catching up to get to where we get to, which I'm going to attempt to do slightly, so correct me if I get anything wrong. And there will be little spoilers here, so if you're watching it, then just sort of maybe put your fingers in your ears for a moment. But you've got the two brothers in Series 1. They accidentally ran over an old man.
Yep.
Lots of stuff happened, but at the end, Max is arrested and goes to prison.
Yep.
Series 2, 2 years later, he comes out of prison.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of getting his own back on the couple that sent him down, which, with a lot of drama, he ends up going to America to get away from them. We come back to Series 3, which is where we are now.
Yes.
I think I got through that without giving too much away.
Yeah, you did. You did very well.
Very
so, where do we find him? Over to you.
In America, at the beginning, in Chicago. But he's been living above Jake's bar for a year with the mice, which for Max, as you can imagine, brings with it all kinds of resentment and gritted teeth and you know, Machiavellian ways to get out of said situation, and then that's when everything starts to fall apart again.
For us to begin to talk about other bits of it, we're going to have to say one thing, and that is that they do end up back in Scotland.
Yes.
And we can say that.
Yes.
Because what that does is then that puts them back with the Lynches, you know, this really nasty family who are after them. Erin, the love interest, one of the Lynches.
Yep.
So that's where you can see the sort of final denouement.
Yes, yeah, that's when things kind of start to get really tricky, when they head back, and Maggie, being Maggie, gets wind of it. Maggie Lynch gets wind of it almost instantaneously. So it's fantastic. It's I think it's the perfect meld of 1 and 2 actually. Series 3.
So what's also lovely about it is you get to see so much more of Scotland, and this is a really, you know, proudly Scottish production. You know, for Scottish actors, Scottish writers, Scottish producers.
Yes,
that must have just been wonderful to be part of that.
I think, of course, it is. We're incredibly proud of what we've achieved. I think. At its core, though, which is what's so wonderful, because ostensibly, yes, it's completely Scottish, pretty much, but at its core is humanity, you know, and siblings, and you know, all the kind of things that throws up, you know, and so that's why it translates so well. So it's on in Sweden, it's on in France and Germany. India have made their own version of it. It's on in PBS in the States. So I think although it's a very, you know, Scottish show, it has at its core humanity.
Yeah,
which, you know.
Yeah.
So were you filming anywhere near any of the streets that you used to do your paper round on?
Not that near, no. No.
And your paper round days were... What did you look like at that?
I'm so glad I haven't got a photograph.
Oh, we have. No, we haven't.
I think... on the way, the paper round wasn't too bad. The paper round was sort of beside Leith Links, but my walk from Wrestlerigg Circus, where I used to live, down to the paper round was a little bit hairy when I was dressed like Adamant.
You were dressed as Adamant. White stripe on your nose?
white stripe, and I used to, I don't know what, I can't remember if it was tin foil or I used to, my hair was a little bit longer then, and I used to kind of wrap tin foil around it with a little ribbon that I found in my mum's sewing kit. You know.
Amazing.
And what you
I only did it a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Because I think there was a few looks that really scared me.
Brave, actually.
Did you go to school as well with Jamie, your co-star?
Yeah, we've known each other since we were 11.
And was he a good influence on you as a child?
I would say that we didn't actually mix in the same circles. We had sort of different friendship groups.
Yeah.
But we kind of, when we did find each other, ourselves in the company of each other, if you know what I mean, we probably egged each other on to, be a little bit...
He got you in trouble.
Tear away. I don't know if he got me in trouble. He kind of...
Did you bunk off school together?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Together.
I feel like you're a teacher.
Well, it was...
I'm trying to find out the truth.
To be fair on him and me, it was a school trip, and it was to Stirling Castle, and nobody was really that interested. But we were we found ourselves lagging behind the sort of long trail of children walking up to whatever it was. He sort of went, there was two or three of us, and he went, this is boring, should we just... And I went, yeah, OK. And that was us. We went off, and I don't know what happened, actually. I can't remember if we got... We must have caught the bus back. Yeah. Because we're here.
The stuff you've done is amazing. I love the rig. Thought that was very different and great. They nearly gave you hypothermia on that, didn't they?
I was pre-hypothermic, yeah. The nurse, the medical team were brilliant. The nurse was checking my temperature after every take because they were throwing water over me. It was warm water, to be fair, but it cooled down very quickly because we were outside in the docks and it was cold. So they checked my temperature before every take, and yeah, they whisked me away after they checked it once. Went, no, because when you're hypothermic, you don't kind of realise it, but you've got a very short sort of window of time before it gets serious.
It's glamorous, this showbiz lark, isn't it? So
warm mud, cold docks.
Yeah.
Perfect. Although, just quickly, because we're going to mention this, because this will be coming out soon. It's Napoleon. Oh, yes. You're working with Ridley Scott. I mean, 83-year-old Ridley Scott, and you saw firsthand how, because he's renowned for working fast. Yeah,
he has about 4 or 5 cameras on the go. So he's getting all the shots in a one-er. He's getting the long, the mid, and the close-up. Pretty much all the time. So you have to be really on your mettle and know your lines and have thought about your performance and what you're going to be doing. And but, having said that, though, although he works quick, he will come in and give some brilliant notes that are kind of really, spark your creative juices, if he thinks he needs to, which he did with me a couple of times. Mm-hmm. But no, it was amazing, and he's so fit. He's just, he can touch his toes, and he's just amazing. Constantly motoring around the place.
Well, we look forward to seeing that when that comes out. I think we've got a little wait for that one. But the final series of Guilt is available on BBC iPlayer, and episode 1 is on BBC 2 tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Scottish viewers can continue watching it on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. on BBC Scotland. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you.